This is Keith Berkelhammer and this is ReefBum TV. Just a quick reminder that you can view my live HD webcam on reefbum.com. Use the ReefBum TV nav button to get there and to visit my HD video page. Okay, in this video I'm going to demonstrate how I installed a float switch in my skimmer cup to prevent it from overflowing. Recently my skimmer did overflow without warning, and luckily I caught it in time before it overflowed into my sump. That would have been a disaster. My skimmer is a Bubble King Double Cone 250 from Royal Exclusiv, and it does have a drain line that will allow me to drain excess skimmate into a waste collection container. However, if the skimmer went crazy, the skimmate would end up on the floor. There are waste collection containers on the market that do shut off automatically in case of an overflow, but they are pricey, so I opted for a very inexpensive do-it-yourself solution. The lid on the Bubble King has 4 large holes, which made me think it was possible to install a float switch vertically through one of the holes. What I did was purchase a standard float switch, a 5/16 inch nylon screw that was 2 1/4 inch long, and 3 nylon nuts. The float switch cost $11 and the screw and nuts cost $2. A $40 Neptune Systems breakout box was also needed to hook the float switch up to my Apex controller. The top part of the float switch was threaded, so my plan was to utilize those threads to attach it to the nylon screw with one of the nuts. Now, the challenge was I needed a hollow nylon screw to thread the wires of the float switch through it. Of course, I could not find one anywhere, but the guy at my local hardware store was able to drill a hole through the screw with a 1/8 inch drill bit. Let me tell you, this was not easy. As for assembly, step 1 was to screw a nut onto the screw. I next inserted the screw through one of the holes in the skimmer lid, and then turned over the lid and screwed the second nut on to tighten the screw to the lid. Next, I took the third nut and threaded the float switch wire through it. I then ran the wire through the hollow screw, pulling it until the float switch was next to the screw. After that was done, I secured the float switch to the screw by carefully tightening the nut. I placed the lid back onto the skimmer, and as you can see, the float switch is near the top, allowing a lot of room for normal skimmate production before an emergency shutoff is triggered. Okay, now I am ready to connect the wires to the breakout box. There are 2 wires, so I connect one, it doesn't matter which one, to the ground terminal, and I connect the other to the switch 1 terminal. I then plug the adapter into the I/O port on my Apex and move on to programming it into the system. As you can see on my Apex dashboard, switch 1 is closed because the float switch is in the down position. When water pushes it up, it would open up the switch. I already have the skimmer pump programmed into my Apex, so I'm simply going to open up that outlet and write a line of programming to shut my skimmer pump off when the switch is open as a result of an overflow. I enter in if SW1 open, then off. I then write some code to alert me when an overflow occurs. For the sound, text, and email alarms, I enter if SW1 open, then on. So that's it. You never know when something will cause your skimmer to go haywire, so this is a cheap way to have some peace of mind. Many thanks for watching, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be alerted to new videos on my YouTube channel.